Steppers. My name is Nazli, and today I'm going to share with you a little yoga class focused towards balance that we can have on the mat, off the mat. It's a big word sometimes, I know, but it might be a good thing to invite at this time of year. Just a little bit more balance, whatever that may look like. So welcome. I'm going to have you be seated, and I'm going to have sort of a loose format to this class of 3 parts. So we're gonna start slow, and we're gonna do a little bit of breath together, a little bit of arriving together, then a more dynamic part where we do a few balancing poses. Nothing too crazy, but just a few more balancing poses, and then come in once again to a meditative practice of how that's affected and how are we going to carry that with us off the mat. So I'll sort of give you a little reminder of when we're transitioning. Let's come to your mat whenever you're ready, and let's arrive together here. Let's do whatever feels comfortable. So it doesn't have to be a certain position. You can even be lying down. I'm going to sit for this first part. I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze. Beautiful. Tuck chin under. Invite in a little more softening into your body. Soften your shoulders, your jaw, your face. Bring your attention to your breath. For this one, let's intentionally and together, just for the sake of it, let's all invite in a little bit of balance. Let that be one of the intentions. You can add more. What does that mean to us? There's no right or wrong answer. Just sit with it for a moment. What does balance look like? Sometimes perfect balance is even in the imbalance. So again, no right answer. Sit with it though. And just a few slow breaths as we're sitting with that, trying to soften a little bit more with each breath. 2 more relaxed breaths like that. And when you're ready, if you're not already on your mat lying down, I'll have you be lying down on your back. Take time to get there. And gently bring your knees into your chest. Check in to see shoulders are relaxed. And I have a little stiff neck today, so ignore me if I look weird or that I have my hair clipped here just to keep my head up for that reason. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to be comfortable, whatever feels comfortable for you. When you're ready, hands on your knees. Inhale. We're just going to bring in some circles just to warm up those synovial fluids in your hips. Beautiful. We have 2 ball and socket joints in our body. The hip is one of them, a big one. It deserves a lot of love because it does a lot of things for us. So we're just warming up those fluids. Just a few more breaths like that, nice and gentle. And when it feels complete, reverse the flow. So as always, synchronizing your breath and movement. It might be slower or faster for some of us. That's okay. Synchronize breath and movement for a couple more. Beautiful. And let's do one more here. Bring it back to center. And we're going to either roll over to one side to come up to seated, or if it feels okay, rock on your spine. Bring yourself up to a seated position. And find your sit bones. As always, it's a good idea to remove a little flesh so you can find those sit bones so you can sit nice and tall. And take a moment. You can have a micro bend in your knees, and you're just going to fold forward ever so gently. So inhale when you're ready, arms up. And on the next exhale, just fold at that hip crease. A lot of the times we sort of lead like this with our shoulders. You just want to always fold at the hip, even if it's just this far. Even if it's just this far. And just let your exhale bring you a little further every time. Beautiful. And just let it hang. Again, bigger is not better. Just see what feels okay. Just a few more breaths here. Breathe into that entire back body, the back of your legs, all the way to the back, the low back, the mid back, the upper back, your neck. And one more full breath, just like this. And on your next one, slowly bring it to center. And we're just going to do a little cat-cow, but we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So it's the same movement in your spine. Leave your hips a little bit open if it allows. If it's too far, bring them together, no problem. On your next inhale, send that tailbone out. Beautiful. Inhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, bring your head up. Again, ignore my neck. I apologize for the stiff neck today. And exhale, arch the back. Amazing. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. 2 more just like this. Lubricating your spine. energizing everything else that's attached to it, which is a lot of things. Amazing. And one more, just like that. And bring it back to center when you're ready, and slowly coming in to a tabletop position. You're welcome to, as always, we're going to stack the joints. So you're going to be knees under hips and wrists under shoulders. You're welcome to drop down onto your forearms if that feels better for this next movement. We're just going to move arms and legs. We're going to start with the legs though. So this is your first option. On the next inhale, you're going to send that right leg back, flex the foot, and then back to center. And the opposite, back to center. Maybe even try it like that a few times. Again, this is your second option. You can just leave the shoulders out of it if that feels better for your body. If this feels okay, you'd like to go a little further, you're welcome to bring your arms into it. So on your next inhale, you're going to send that right leg back and left arm forward. So it's the opposite. Back to center. Inhale. And back to center. As you're going through this movement, squeeze that belly button in towards your spine. Keep your gaze down. Beautiful. Nice mindful movement. Flex that foot as if it's reaching towards the back of the room. Inviting a little bit of balance, a little bit of stability. It's totally okay if you wiggle, because this is why we do these things. So we can leave the wiggle on the mat and carry the balance off with us. Amazing. And one last one. So one last round of this, one on either side. Bring it back to center. Take a moment if you need. Same movement. We're going to invite a little side movement. So you're still here or here. And starting with the legs. So inhale, your right leg is going to go out to the side. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's not super far. That's okay. Maybe your knee is bent. That's totally okay. Bring it back to center. Inhale. You can be here, or extend. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Just at your own space and with your own rhythm of your breath. If this feels okay and you want to bring your arms into it, just like we did in our first movement, it's just that this time it's to the side. So when your right leg goes to the side, your left arm goes to the side. Back to center. And the opposite. You're welcome to leave your arms out of it, remember. Just see what your body needs today. Or with the arms. Amazing. Don't look to the side like I did. Keep your gaze to the mat. And just flow with the rhythm of your own breath. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more set like that. So one on each side. And bring it back to center. Into a little child's pose. Give yourself a little rest. Take a deep breath. You can have knees together or far apart. Whatever feels good. Arms here or beside you. Take a moment. And we're going to come into standing. So take what you need. If you need a sip of water or anything like that, please honor that. On your next breath, palms wide as the mat, and you can tuck your toes under. Come into a wee little downward facing dog that we're not going to hold for a long time. You're just going to step forward into a forward fold and ever so gently rise. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Don't want to get dizzy. All the way up to standing and hands to namaste. Wiggle it out. Come in to mountain pose, Tadasana. So at the top of your mat, I'm going to stand here so that I can face you, but at the top of your mat. And you want your feet to sort of be stacked as best as you can under those hips. Root through all corners of the feet. Sometimes I even lift the toes and then see if I can put them down one at a time. Just so that I can feel the Pada Bandha. Pada means foot, Bandha is an engagement of your foot. You want to sort of, as if you're holding the mat with your foot. Beautiful. Feel that rooting all the way up. And when you're ready, standing as tall as you can, shoulders nice and relaxed, arms are beside you, Tadasana, mountain pose. What would it feel like if you were a mountain, rooted to the earth, rising tall all the way, as if someone's just sort of holding a little string that's coming out of your spine, out of your head. And breathe. Just notice your own strength. That maybe there's other things, maybe there's winds, maybe there's noise, maybe there's all kinds of things going on in our mind or in our environment. But we're like a mountain, standing here with perfect balance, as best as we can. Just a few more breaths like this. And when you're ready, just give it a little shake. Amazing. So in your next one, we're just going to slowly up this balance situation a little bit, and but at your own pace. So I'm going to give you a few options for this next one. Once you're ready and wiggled, root those feet to the mat again, and we're going to come into tree pose. So your first option though is just to come onto the toes on your right side. You can also rest your foot on the opposite ankle if you like. So you can be here or you can be here. If this feels okay and you're ready for it, you can bring your leg up. So you're going to put your right foot on your left calf. Right? My pants aren't perfect for this position, but you're not resting this on your knee because knee is a specially designed joint, and sort of you don't want to put pressure on it. You want to put it on your calf. If this feels okay, you're going to come on up higher and see how I'm wiggling. It's okay, it happens. I have arthritis in this toe. This is my wiggly side. That's okay. Invite that in. Amazing. So one trick to this is that if you have a gaze spot on the mat or in your room or wherever you're at, your drishti, which is your gaze in yoga, is sort of a huge part of your balance, even in the super difficult balancing poses. So you can be here, you can be here. If you're coming all the way here, keep your gaze steady, root through all corners of your foot, and stay. Beautiful. Hold it for 3 more breaths. I said this toe is a little gibbled, that's okay, we love it, but I'm gonna wiggle. I'm gonna rest it for today. But you stay with whatever you've chosen for a few more breaths. And again, invite in that balance. And this is tree pose. Remember, trees sway. It's totally okay if we do. But still root it through that foot. And bring it back to center, give it a little wiggle, and the other side. So root through both feet again. This side might feel totally different. It feels different for me. See what you need on this side. You can be here. You can be here. Rest on your calf, never the knee. Or you can come all the way up and see how it feels on this side. You can have hands to the heart, hands here, hands above, whatever way you like to do it. Or hands, you can leave your shoulders out of it. And breathe. Root through all corners of that right foot. The tree might sway a little more or a little less on the side. That's totally welcome. Maybe a little smile. Not too focused on how perfect this looks, but just focused on what balance means to you, just as a playful little curious idea. Just a few more breaths. So you can open the hip a little further and bring it back to center. Amazing. Give it a little shake when you're ready. On your next one, let's invite in a little chair pose. Even though both our feet are on the ground, it's still a balancing pose. It's also one of my favorite things to do at this time of year. I'm always cold, so it's nice to just heat up those big muscles or heat us really fast. Root through both feet equally. You want to have everything sort of hip width apart, shoulder width apart, and just gently sit. Sit back a little bit though. Sometimes we just knees go way over, and we want to sit back as best as you can. You can be here, or you can be here, or you can have a little back bend. See what feels good. Squeeze those knees towards each other but not touching. Beautiful. If you want to challenge your balance though, you can also flow this a little bit. You can inhale and exhale. Just lift the foot off the mat. Inhale and exhale. Play with that idea of that padabandha. You're grabbing the mat with the foot that's on the mat and then back down. Beautiful. Or just stay still and breathe. Engage your core. Just for a few more breaths, wherever you're at. You're doing amazing. And on your next breath, slowly come on out. Give it a little wiggle. We're going to play with this a little bit more, one more time. So I'll give you a teeny little rest here. On your next one, come back into this chair pose. And let's see if you can invite in a teeny bit of twist into it. So you're going to go right elbow to your left knee. Or you can come into it like this. Open your wings. Whatever feels good. And breathe. 2. 1 breath. Bring it back to center. Maybe shake it out. Inhale. Sit back into that chair pose. Hands at the heart. This time left elbow, right knee. And here. Or open your wings. See what feels good. Just a couple more breaths like that. Bring it back to center. And wiggle it out. You're doing amazing. I'm going to give you This I'm preparing you to eventually come into a crow pose, not this class, don't worry, but these are good preps for it, maybe in another few classes, once we've done this together a few times. One more time from the same position. I know your legs may be getting tired, give it a minute if it needs it. Back into this chair pose. And then you can come into an eagle pose for this one. So first option, root through that left foot, and you're gonna cross this right leg as if you're crossing your leg while sitting, like this, over the left one. I can turn around and show you like this. You'll be here. You don't even have to go all the way down. That's your first option. If you have a block, you can rest that right foot on the block. You are also welcome to wrap that leg around. Come into eagle and breathe. You can have your wings open or not. Keep that drishti, that eye. Look at a certain point. See if you can sit a little deeper. Maybe bounce a little bit more if it makes it more fun. One more full breath. And shake out that eagle. Same thing on the other side. Slowly come into that chair. Cross the left leg over the right one. Here, if you have a block, you can rest it on there or wrap it around. Whatever was happening with your arms in the last one, do it the same on the side. And breathe. Focus on your breath. Focus on your balance. I find in my own body, I feel so much more steady now because there is wiggles. We all have wiggles. We're holding things in our body, in our fascia, in our brain, which is the biggest contributor. But once you've moved a little bit, it softens because we've gotten rid of the wiggles. And then slowly come back to center. Give it a little shake. Amazing job. I know it looks really simple, but it really isn't sometimes. When you're ready, come back to the top of your mat and then slowly lower you back down to this last part. So transitioning from the active part into a little bit more restful. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, slowly fold into forward fold and let it hang. Maybe from side to side, maybe bop it up and down. On your next inhale, heel toe your feet a little wider than the mat. Or if you like to use your mat, you can use it this way. Heel toe your feet as far as it feels okay. Again, bigger is never better. So see what feels okay for you. So you're either here, or you're on your forearms, or you're all the way down if this is part of your practice, into a wide-legged forward fold. So find what works for your body today. Not too far. You want to hold it comfortably. Breathe to the entire back body, back of your legs. Surrendering to gravity with the upper body here. You're doing so great. 2 more full breaths just like that. And when it feels complete, slowly, don't do what I did. Heel toe your feet back all the way. And maybe wiggle it a little bit. Then you feel ready. We're just going to slowly sit back down towards the mat. If you need water or if you need a minute, take it. And we're just coming into the last part of this practice. So when you're comfortable and ready, come back to your back body. I invite you to lie back down one more time. Check in to see the shoulders are comfy. The hips are nice and comfy. Your back is touching the mat. Take a moment. Inhale, knees into the chest. Just inviting some gentle supine to it. So on your next breath, you're going to lower both knees to the right and exhale back to center. Your arms can do whatever is comfy. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here. And knees to the left. Exhale back to center. Just for a few more breaths like that. Now slow down, just noticing your breath slowing down. Noticing that we're cooling down a little bit. All those big muscles activate a lot of heat in our body. So if you start to feel cold and you want to grab a blanket or put on some socks, you're welcome. 1 more breath. And slowly bring it back to center. And extend your legs on your mat. Maybe give it a little bit of shake. Inhale. We're just coming into Dhananasana. Slowly walk your feet towards the right edge of your mat. Option to add your arms also towards the right edge of your mat. Breathe into the stretch on your left. Amazing. I'm noticing always that when I do those kind of things, like balancing poses, when my body feels a little more steady, so does my mind. I'm curious to see what you think. Sit with that concept for a minute. And when it feels okay, bring it back to center. Pause. And the next breath to the other side. So feet towards the left. Option to add in your arms. You don't have to. You can leave your shoulders out of this. See what feels okay. Breathe into this crescent shaped stretch on the right side of your body. Just for a few more breaths. Bring it back to center. And I'm going to not have you sit up. A lot of the times we do this breath practice seated. I'm going to sit for this. I'm going to have you be lying down though, because I want you to be in that juicy spot so you can Shavasana after. But I'm sitting up just so that maybe you can, if you need to later on see me without lying down, this is how it will look like. I'm going to have you do a little alternate nostril breathing, which is a very excellent breath for bringing in a little bit of balance into the body, balancing the right and the left, the yin and the yang, all kinds of hemispheres for us. So I invite you to do that lying down. When we're doing it as a practice by itself, sometimes we hold the nostril, so you're welcome to do that. But even if you don't want to do that, you're welcome to just send that breath in without holding the nostril. I am going to show you both. So your first option, you can hold right nostril with your thumb, and then your ring finger is the one that would eventually hold the left one. That's how I like to do it. So you go inhale, you're sending inhale through the left nostril, and then you close this nostril and exhale through the right, and then so on and so forth. So you're alternating. But for this one, since you're lying down in your Shavasana, I just want that intention to be there, not your fingers. I just want you to consciously visualize and send your inhale through the left. I know some's going to go up through the right. That's okay. Just intend. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Let's do that a few times together, just as you are lying down. So inhale, left nostril. And a nice exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left nostril. Let's do this a few times at your own pace. Amazing. One more full round, just like that. Inhaling through the left. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left nostril. Beautiful job. Inhale. Now just a big inhale through both nostrils. Inhale through the nose all the way down the bottom of your belly. And a big exhale. Even if it's a sigh or a sound that wants to come out with that exhale, allow that inhale through your nose. And a big exhale. One last one at your own good pace. And big exhale. And welcome to your Shavasana, just whatever that looks like in your body as you're lying down. Make sure you're comfy, make sure your chin's tucked under, you're warm, you're cozy. And do a little check-in. One more time, that intention. Bring it back into your heart center. Balance. What does that mean to us today? Where do we need a little bit more of it or a little bit less of it? Sometimes we get strict. That's okay too. Just check in. Curiosity. We're not judging it. Not even necessarily changing it. Just notice. And maybe notice how this practice may have shifted something for you regarding balance. Maybe it's a thought. Maybe it's a body feeling. Maybe it's in your breath. Sit with that. Just a few more breaths. And come into your Shavasana, complete stillness. Stay there as long as you wish it or as long as you have the time. But for the sake of honoring time for this class, I'm going to come out of this pose. You're welcome to stay there if you're at home. So when you're ready, roll over to one side, gently come back up into seated. Position of your choice, doesn't have to be cross-legged, and still keep your gaze lowered or your eyes closed. Eventually palms together, hands at the heart center, bowing your head towards your heart, and this gesture of gratitude for yourself, for your step community, for the practice of yoga. From my heart to yours, thanks for sharing the practice. Namaste.